Or afternoon, I guess. I'm tired though. Alrighty. Let me just make sure that the YouTube will work today. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, cool. Alright, should be able to see everyone's messages. We will be playing Tavern Talk yet again today. Still really enjoying it. It was getting good last time. Oh, Luna. Can I get other games? That'd be cool. I didn't know that's what that was. I should do that. I can stream those as well. I have other ideas for games to stream. I want to stream Slime Rancher. The first one because I've only played a little bit of it, and I was never super into it, but it looks really fun, and I want to play it. And cute. So, that's one. Two. Maybe Pokemon ROM hacks. We'll see. A new dawn, second of the astral moon. Is it already night, or is it just raining? Can keep Rhea. You got any new lines for me? Perhaps, but I'll only trade them for some new ones of your own. Make me a drink. I had a long night. I guess it is nighttime. Want to tell me about that? No. I get it. You need some stamina first. What I need is some defense to ward off your questions. I'll go check if I served that. Wonderful. Here's your Frosted Lagoon, Rhea. Some defense to keep your favorite and keep it bay. Who says you're my favorite? I might be after this drink. Fair enough, you're climbing up there. I'm very happy to hear that. Now I've got a question for you. You think you can handle that? I'll try my best, Miss Frostgroup. Miss. My bad, Miss Frostgroup. I just thought since you're such a catch, keep it to yourself. Alright. Is Kyle here? I was looking for him around town, but not a single lad or lassie has seen him. Thought maybe he got crushed by a fallen star. Worried? No. I see. I think he should be waking up right about now. Rhea! There he is. Oh, I missed you so terribly. I thought you had died, or worse, abandoned me. I thought the terrible fathoms of time had taken a new friend from me yet again. I'm fine. Are you sure? Aye. Can you see her too, Inkeep? Yes, very much so. By the dragon, so she is not a dream nor a fragment of the past. I'm very happy you're not dead, Rhea. Thanks. Would you like to see the gift I bought you? Gift? When I was out at the market all by myself, missing you terribly, I found these gorgeous earrings that reminded me of you. Ah, I'll help you put them on. Wait. Are those suns? Yes, because your friendship lights up my undead life. That's so sweet. What do you think? I like them. They match my other jewelry, and the craftsmanship is decent. You mentioned you like leverback clasps. I do like them. When did I say that? Not sure. At some point. Or maybe I dreamed it. That is very likely. Speaking of dreams, I had the strangest dream about the stars falling down the other day. They crashed onto Gaia like a rain of fire, or beautiful fireworks. There must have been something wrong with my drink. Anyhow, Rhea, where did your slime go? It was washed away by the falling stars, the rain of falling stars. Oh. So the empty night sky wasn't a dream. No. Guess Cassiopeia couldn't carry it all anymore or something. Incredible. So it wasn't one of your strange drinks, Inky. Does that mean I can drink another one without a vision of falling firmaments again? Worth a try. Then I would like to try, preferably something that will make me strong enough to lift a star. Just in case I would like to. I'll see what I can do. Thought it was. Looks like a diamond. I was gonna say you couldn't hear the, not leaf blower. Saw, I guess it was saw. Chainsaw. Earlier, but now you sure can. Do you think a molten star would taste like this? No. Perhaps. So, what do you two think about the star rain? It was very bothersome. I had to look for shelter on my way back from the Rockwell cliffs. They better hurry and clean it all up. You got somewhere to be? Still have to get the vampire to Boruvia before I can get my hands on that gold. Who? Yee. Oh, splendid! I haven't been in Boruvia in quite some time. I cannot wait to see it again. But until then, I can search for other materials. Better ones, even. That isn't going to happen by sitting around. Are you collecting loot for your dragon horde? What? No. In what world do I look like a dragon, D? They are masters of the skies. What about you, Inkeep? Am I a dragon? You are? No, I'm afraid not. But you smell so primordial. Thank you. If you're not a dragon, Rhea, what do you need materials for? Decorations, ingredients? Don't you worry. I'm not trying to steal business away from you. They're for crafting. Like for friendship bracelets? No, for weapons. You're going to war, but I just got you back. I'm not going to war. Won't see me fighting for anyone but myself. Are you a blacksmith then? I am. I'm looking for the right material to smash the next ore heart competition. I'm going to travel all the way to the caves of Europe for that one. That's so far. Can I come with you? That sounds very exciting. I hope you'll come back to show off your creation once you've won. I'll think about it. How are you feeling about the stars having relocated, Kyle? It's fascinating. You think so? Yes, now that I know it was not a dream, the implications are dazzling. Yesterday when I was looking out into the night, I could see nothing but darkness. But then as I stared at the sedating nothingness, I could see an astral hairfish hopping across the sky. Its sparkling tail left a gleam of light in its wake. I was followed by more of its kind, like a pack finding a place to rest for the impending sunrise. With the light of the stars blinding me, I would have never been able to see such a spectacle. And you still thought you were dreaming. I thought the stars had just gotten into hiding. We all do that sometimes. I'd love to know how they're doing on Earth. They must be enjoying the new atmosphere. Possibly. Speaking of exciting, have you had a chance to take a peek at that letter of yours, Inkeep? I'm afraid not. Either way, how exciting. You know, this world never ceases to amaze me with its natural wonders. Oh, she's back. I like the end. This was by no means a natural wonder. Welcome back, Miss Anwar. Who are you? The Wonder Police? I'm Alethea Anwar, High Cleric of the Aperture and the chosen of Our Lady of the Endless Light. And I have returned to this establishment to investigate the tragedy of the Starfall. Not one of those protagonist types. Innkeeper, I am happy to see that you were able to collect more information for my research. I'm grateful for your help in these trying times. At your service, miss. What are these times trying? Me, and the wonderful people of Asteria. An empty night sky is no laughing matter. This must be taken care of swiftly. I guess it's empty every time of the day now, actually. How does that not worry anyone? We have other things to worry about. And if these sorts of things stopped happening, this babbler would be out of a job. Indeed. I find it very exciting. That's somehow even more worrying. Say, are you a vampire? What else would he be? I am indeed. That is also very exciting. Do you have any affliction with Marrow Castle? About that. What is a castle? Why are you asking? While I was seeking shelter from the calamity, I came across a young echo with a gloomy temperament. Or rather, I came across his hands in my pockets. That's odd. Attempted to steal my most precious spell components. Luckily for him, I am not a very vengeful person, and I believe in the redemptive power of second chances. And he did make an effort not to steal from me again. Very wise. Did he travel with you? No. We went our separate ways. I believe he wanted to be alone after narrowly escaping an encounter with a horrid vampire. Horrid vampire? They must have been very hungry. As they tend to be. Only if they're not eating responsibly. Who did you say you encountered again, Miss Elythium? A rogue-ish wind echo. Ah yes, a windy aftertaste is hard to resist, and primordial blood is a delicious luxury. Speaking of which, Inky, no. We don't got blood. Are you from the primordial sea? Not in the slightest, but my blood would taste delicious if I was willing to share it. I see. What about your blood, Miss Elythia? Are you out of your mind? Propositioning a holy woman for her blood? Well, you've got a lot of it, fair question. And I need all of it to keep up my strength against the looming evils of this world. Without me, who would even care enough to investigate this whole mess? After all, none of you seem to care. Besides, a taste of my blood would probably reduce you to ashes. I feel like the Tavern Keep cares, maybe not the most. But like, she cares more than these two. I like your unwavering sense of self-importance. Thank you, I like your earrings. Thanks. So, what are your next steps for saving us citizens? Well, your rumors are all over the place, which is good. That means there's a lot to look into. Still, I would have appreciated a bit more organization. My bad. I will start my investigation in Zenith and Themis? Have a closer look at the wreckage caused. Maybe examine the rubble more closely. Perhaps it harbors hidden clues. Once I've found out what is going on, I will put a stop to it. The stars have already fallen, lassie. Not a whole lot you can do for them. Then I will make sure nothing like this can ever happen again. Perhaps Cassiopeia can even be healed. It is imperative for the order of this world that she herself does not fall. Couldn't agree more. I know you've got this under control, Miss Amoir, but how would you feel about a little drink to boost your spirits? You have a long investigation ahead of you, after all. If you're offering, thank you kindly. What can I get for you? It depends on the approach I decide to take with this. I could focus on the investigative aspect, really dig my heels into connecting the threads. Analyze the situation, find hidden clues, speak to the locals and those affected. Of course, I would have to do so strategically. Without the right approach, this plan would fall apart. And perhaps I would even need to inspire bravery in others to care about my cause. On the other hand, who knows who causes? If I focus too much on theory, I may not be in the right condition to fight whoever I may encounter. But you will be able to talk to them, that's always much more entertaining. Not everyone can be reasoned with. In such a case, I should be able to properly defend myself. Especially if something similar should threaten to occur again. I need to be prepared for even the worst case scenario. I could offer you some phoenix chilies. Who knows what you will encounter, but burning stars are best avoided with a hint of fire resistance. Sounds reasonable. So either it's the right balance between intelligence and inspiration, or the ultimate fireproof self-defense. I'm not yet certain which path I should walk. You should trust the innkeeper with it. He always has the most wonderful solutions. Just this once I shall. I'll make sure not to disappoint. So, Thunder Sage, and keep that mind up. Or do Phoenix chilies with the frozen drinks. I feel like she's already pretty well spoken, but she's also like, she has strong armor and stuff, but I think maybe just in case to defend is probably best. I'm gonna go with that. I feel like that's best. So we need some Phoenix chilies with the frosted lagoon. Oh, but it minuses intelligence. But plus its strength, I feel like it's the best. Yeah. I feel like this is the best for her because, I don't know, I feel like she's already pretty well spoken. She's already pretty intelligent. She's already strong, but fire resistance is always good, so. You never know what you may encounter. I think it's best for you to prepare for the worst. Precisely, I do believe the best in people, but some are a lost cause. That being said, your drinks are certainly powerful. I can feel the Phoenix chilies burning in my veins. Not to mention that I feel ready to take any hit, no matter how vicious the creature. Like the scales of the dragons, your drinks shall protect me. That they shall. I think I'll begin my investigation at the fallen west gate. It fell? It exploded when a star landed on it. Since then, it has drawn the presence of bandits as well as less humanoid evil. Perhaps I can find some answers in all that chaos. Best of luck. Say, Miss Holy Spirit, those fallen stars, are they still intact? They crashed into the ground, so no. They're not intact. Were they pulverized? Not fully, no. Would you say that falling stars make for an interesting type of material? For what? Yes. They would certainly be rare. Need any help on that holy mission of yours? I know a thing or two about rocks and the like. Could give you some insights on those impact conditions. I can't say I'm an expert in geology. Sure, I would very much appreciate your assistance. Great, then I'm in. Me too. Do you know about geology as well? Or astronomy, perhaps? I know about astrology, and this all sounds so very exciting. I've been terribly bored waiting for Ray to come back. This will greatly aid me on the mission of curing my boredom. Well, I do like to help. That is very kind of you. I know. You don't have to come along. Of course I do. Could you imagine if the stars fell down again? What if one crushed you? I need to stay close by so I can catch it. I don't think you could. The stars already fell, Kyle. Done deal. What about the ones in the primordial sea? What if it floods us with all of its mirrored stars? Unlikely. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm going on this adventure with you. And with you, Miss Olympia. Great. Wonderful. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Let us not waste any more time. Thank you for your aid and keep. I shall return with conclusions, and perhaps even mended firmaments. I'm looking forward to hearing of your heroic deeds. How exciting. Wish me luck. Good luck. I hope you find suitable material. Me too. Oh. Hello there. Hello. I would like your finest drink, please. A drink, you say? What do you have in mind, miss? Melina. But Melly is fine. It's short for Melina. Melly? I see. Well done, Melly. What kind of drink would you like? Something tasty. Something that will give me new, fun ideas. Oh, and some Thunder Sage. I don't have any money, but I've got something to barter for the drink. You don't need to pay, but I want to. It doesn't feel right otherwise. Alright, fine with me. What do you have for me? Oh, thank you very much. Now I can accept a drink. Very well. Let me see what I can do. Golden feather. I bet, I was gonna say I bet Fable would like this, but I bet she likes the fake crystal even more, so. Alright, cool. What did she want? She didn't want an infusion. Oh yeah, she did. She wanted Thunder Sage. Detective. He's a monk. Changeling. She's a seraph. That makes sense. So she's angel. Okay. Sparkling Nebula or Sunny Breeze? Probably Nebula. Deal with that. And then add this. Some new fun and sweet ideas coming right up. This is perfect! I'm already feeling the energy for new hijinks running through my veins. Thank you. This is a really nice tavern. I think I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. I need a break from my investigations. Can I pet your familiar? No, he's quite angsty when he hasn't been fed. I'd worry for your hands. Okay. This guy's back. Hello, Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr. Almost didn't see you there. I suppose I am as stealthy as a knight. No, as the knight. I meant as the knight. Sounds like you need a drink. Desperately. One that will help me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours, I think I've forgotten how to speak. That explains why you're communicating telepathically right now. We are? No. Who the fuck are you? Was I too stealthy for you? No. Let's get you a drink so you can stop cursing at the child. Detective, stop cursing at the detective. Yes, of course. Though my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I'll trade you one for a trinket. Ah, one of those. One of those. What if I didn't find one? Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through a castle without stealing a single thing? Ah, that's so cute. Here. Thought the place might like it. Ah. Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But it is wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. It's a clock. Does the tavern want to guess what it is? An oversized stamp, I guess. You're not even remotely close. But imagine making a huge wax seal with it. I bet that would look so cool. You need a very big puddle of wax, though. I think such a large amount of wax would make it impossible to open any letters. Probably. It's a wall clock. Adorned with hungry bats. Oh, they are bats. Okay. It's so cute. One creature of the night telling time to another. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's nowhere near midnight. Its hands seem to have gotten stuck just before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or will I have to pull another heist? This will do just fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps his promises, I shall now prepare a drink for you. One moment, let's see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. Dude, I wonder if he got the gate. What? 3? This is not... There's 2 over there, though. Am I missing something? It's 3 over there. And 2 over there. And 1 up. How? I have to use the thing for it? That's interesting. I guess we'll try the golden code. Okay. Cool. Politely drink. Did I assentate the right notes? I don't think that's how you pronounce it. Sure did. You should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I'm at now, thanks. Now, will you be polite and tell me what happened? No. Why not? I don't even know who you are. I'm Melina, but you can call me Melly. No thanks. So, what else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard. Nothing. Shouldn't you be at school? I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough. Do your parents agree with that? My parents are dead. And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding, I can count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them. But I already solved their murder, so it's okay. They were murdered, huh? Did you avenge them? No, they got eaten by zombies, and the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge. That makes sense. It doesn't. So that must feel horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you, Melly. No child should grow up alone. It's okay, I'm not alone. Just by myself. Isn't that the same thing? No, I meet great people while working my cases all the time. Sure, they never stick around, but I get to spend time with them, and we have lots of fun together. And then they leave, but that's okay, because other people come by, and I get to meet so many different personalities, it never gets boring. It's cool. It's a little sad. It sounds like too many people. There's no such thing. And now I'm meeting you. What's your name, by the way? Yes, what is your name? Blaze. Didn't he call you Zephyr earlier? No, he didn't. Didn't you? I don't recall. Okay, I'll respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole the innkeeper of Hawk from. Fine, it was Marrow Castle. I was on a dangerous quest to steal a precious cape from a murderous vampire. Did she kill you? Yeah, she killed him. Obviously not. Not so murderous then. She would have if she had caught me. So she didn't. No, I managed to complete the mission undetected. Thanks to the invisibility that took hold of my body, I was able to avoid the cohort of monsters she had put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me. We could not prepare to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their lithic claws at her doors did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that had been left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle. I heard Marrow Castle is very scary. Was it scary? Yes. On a scale of 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary was it? In the middle, I suppose? Interesting. Did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all, thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. And your help. Anyway, I found the cape in her closet, hung up between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds. Did you take any? Maybe. So you're a thief. Obviously. Can you teach me how to be a better thief? I want to expand my portfolio. Why would I do that? Because I asked nicely? Forget it. He made her cry! First he cursed her, and then he made her cry. Bruh. I took the cape along with whatever gemstones I could find, when I heard her approaching her chambers. Quickly I hid among the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sound. I thought I had made it through when suddenly she opened the closet doors. Oh my god! I was pressed so close to the wall I thought the wood would start vibrating in rhythm with my heartbeat. But she reached past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities. What are vampiric activities? I don't know. Sucking blood, turning into bats, scheming about blood. Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like. Indeed. Did he make it out of there easily, Blaze? Is he Blaze now? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth and to the summit of Witch's Peak. Almost scared the strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She was ready to ignite me with her golden flames. That seems harsh for just a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in your pockets? Who can say? Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock? Is he talking about the other girl? The angel? The third? Probably, huh? It was sitting in a display case in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever. Then how did you know it was in the middle? I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise I was able to crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right there in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought it strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it. A tag? She's very organized, labels everything. Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry? Its label described it as some blood from the very first vampire Mike. Mike? Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune. In that case, thank you again. It will look great in my tavern. Indeed. It sounds like you would have been in a lot of trouble if you got caught. But I wasn't. Thanks to the innkeeper's drink, I not only survived, but also avoided the horror's wrath entirely. Sounds like a tasty drink. I would hope so. It seems like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job. I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made it past so many monstrous creatures without being harmed. Did you think you might die when you took the quest, I mean? It's always a possibility. Then why would you go? Death is inevitable, such is life. At least you have your cape now. It's not mine, it belongs to another vampire. Another vampire? Yes, it was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. The clutches of love always end in cruel tragedy. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. Only for those willing to suffer. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle, that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire Melly, would love his cape back. Could I extend the quest to include a speedy delivery? After the day I've had? You've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? Professional hiding. Fine. I'll do a direct delivery just this once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with her investigations. I'm sure you'll recognize her. Yeah, that was her. Not her again. Where are they? Uncertain. Try looking around Zenith. They can't have gotten far yet. What are they investigating? The Star Rain, as far as I know. That's what I was investigating. We should go talk to them. We can exchange notes. I already drew a map of all the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe they can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Come on, Blaze, we have to go find them. For your cape and for my notes. I'm going. Alone. You do whatever. With you along, I could never stay undetected. Wait for me! See you soon, Innkeeper. See you soon, Millie. Oh. That was a pretty long day. Okay. Chapter 7, Crossroads of the third of the Astral Moon. They're both back. Good morning. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today? Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such. I was not dilly-dallying. He was. It goes well with the brooding. Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours? Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly? Can do. Smart and sparkly. She just wants the nebula thing again, huh? Probably. Right. My help. Smart and sparkly, just for you, Millie. A fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you, this is just the right amount of sparkle. Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. Alright. So, has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful. If what? Melancholic? Melancholic? It seems to have awakened memories of old woe. He seemed pretty excited to me. He should be, it fits him well. Almost like it was made for him. It was very interesting to seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where did he find him? The fallen West Gate. It was a tragic sight to behold. It was okay, just a bit crumbly. They can't rebuild it that quickly, because giant wildfire badgers keep showing up at night. Apparently they really like to eat stardust. Do you know a lot about giant wildfire badgers, Melly? I do now. Did you ask one for an interview? No, they're not very talkative. Alethea gave me a lesson. After you stalked her for an hour. I didn't stalk her, I was investigating. Miss Anwar, the vampire or the West Gate? All of them. I've been hard at work the last few days trying to uncover the mystery of the fallen stars. I was already very excited to get a closer look at the West Gate. But when I saw a vampire traveling with a seasoned dwarf and a seraph cleric, I just knew I had struck gold. They were clearly investigating the area, just like me. Of course, I wasn't sure whether they would share their findings with me, or how deeply they might have been involved in the conspiracy themselves, so we opted to stay in the shadows. We watched them from the best hiding spots we could find, listening in on their conversations. Unfortunately, they were mostly talking about the quality of different pickaxes, but that didn't stop us from staying vigilant. Us? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate. I'm no such thing. It's great to see you two are working so closely. You make a great duo. We're not a duo. Thank you. She is like a fable in a way. They're both at least nice. I feel like her, Fable, and Miss Anvoire are the three nicest. Who else do we have? Rhea is kind of not like mean, she's just kind of to herself, which is the same for a few characters. Kind of the same as this guy. These two are like kind of the same. Kyle is really nice. Fable's really nice. Lynn isn't mean either, she's just, I guess, kind of the same way as these three. Alethea is nice. Jade is not very nice. Inako could be nice, but like also not really. And Melly is very nice. So you weren't able to collect much evidence by eavesdropping? No, not this time. Then how did you end up getting zoology lessons? Ah, yes. So, my stealth may need some work. That's an understatement. She knocked over every stone we came across. It was a miracle that none of them noticed us. They must have been struggling with their perception this morning. Yeah, the giant wildfire batters sure weren't. She steered 3 of them our way. That sounds terrifying. It wasn't. I mean, they were way taller than us, and had piercing, flaming eyes and sharp teeth, but it was fine. That's just how investigations go sometimes. Plus, Alethea was there. She saved us. Put herself between us and the monsters. They blasted her with their fire, but it didn't even hurt her one bit. Oh, let's go. Looks like I made the right call giving her that fire drink. If I didn't give her the fire chilies, I wonder what would have happened. She would just talk to them? Who knows? And without taking a single hit, she banished them into the primordial sea. That's where they came from. Did you know that? I do now. They also can smell about 800 times better than us and know how to use chopsticks. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. She told us that after yelling at us for almost getting killed. It was so cool. It does sound very cool. Did she share any of her investigative insights with you? No. She told us not to worry about it. Poor thing. But she did tell me to work on my stealth. Will you? Yes, Blaze offered to help me. Did he now? It was embarrassing to watch. I'm sure it was. Were you shaken up by all the wildfire batters? No, I've encountered countless horrifying creatures in my time. You cannot meet them with the fear of death still beating in your heart. Wait, so you've met monsters before? What kinds? Which ones are your favorites? Which are the first ones you ever saw? Did they try to eat you? Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them. Really? That's scary. Of course it is. So the first monsters you ever saw were shadow monsters? No, they were much worse than that. What is it? Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily. Of course. Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find you something sweetly charismatic. Okay, so we need this, and what was it? Golden feather? Yeah. A drink, just for you. Thanks. How is it? Fine. That means it's perfect. So, where was I? Oh right, shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadow Banes and was eager to prove myself. It said there are great riches far in the depths of the Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in Easter Phazoa. hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there, to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I will never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts. They sound kinda cute. They were not cute. If you say so, maybe one day I'll encounter some. Pray you never will. No thanks. Hi, Lynn. Welcome back, Lynn. Are you alright? Yeah, of course. You want a drink? Yes, give me something strong, please. No watered down muck. Got it. Here you go, Lynn. Strong with 0 water, just how you like it. Thanks, needed that. You're welcome. Say, Innkeep, you got room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me? You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Thank you, Lynn. Why are you so sad? I ain't sad. But you look sad, and you sound sad, and the innkeeper looks worried, probably because you're sad. I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More. I'm not sure. My chest feels tight and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying. Those are all side effects of being sad. Who are you anyway? I'm Melly, the world's greatest detective. I'm Carolyn. Who's that punk next to you? That's my sneaky assistant. You got a name? Malachite. Ah. So, I would like to detect why you're sad. Likewise. He's Malachite now. Does it have to do with that Wyvern Chimera whose saliva you were hunting for? You met a Chimera? A Wyvern Chimera, yeah. That's so cool. Why? How? You're alive? Sure am. Do you remember that forgetful vampire, Melly? Of course. He put out a quest for Chimera saliva. He thinks it may be able to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Carolyn was brave enough to pick up his quest. Whoa, that's amazing. How would you even get the saliva of a guardian? By killing it. Oh. Would you like to tell us what happened? Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. And very interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Melly, do you? Miss Carolyn, will you please tell me the story? Fine. Thank you. I didn't mean to kill it. Seems like an extraordinary blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself an awful lot with it. Just trying not to be a dick, that's all. Usually I got no trouble killing beasts, but my Baba would have lost it if I had told her I harmed a guardian. I think so, at least. Not like she'd ever fought any of them. But she had the natural ability to know when it would have been right to do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How did the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of the Night of the on my side, I could just steal the saliva from right under its nose, or maw. Drooled quite a bit, that thing. But I didn't know my way around the Quag Mangrove, and I wasn't as quiet as I should have been. Oh, I know all about that. But you got a giant sword, so you were prepared, right? Of course. Didn't keep here even hooked me up with some fire resistance. Came in handy. And the sword, well, was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose. Is it a magic sword? Not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel and can resist even the highest heat without practical potions. Used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me. That's so sweet. Your parents gonna leave you anything? No, they weren't expecting to go, so they didn't think about that in time. It's like, oh shit. But that's okay. I can find my own treasure. I'm sure you will, kiddo. So the Chimera noticed you. Yeah. Sly Beast pretended to be asleep while I approached it with a bucket. When I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. Would have taken my arm off if I wasn't so tough. The ensuing fighting was something else. Next to its dragon head, I had sported a lion and a snake head. They fought me all at once with overwhelming ferocity. Ferocity? Whatever. It was the fiercest enemy I've ever encountered. And even though its fire couldn't harm me, it took everything in me to best it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt honored to have fought such a formidable foe. So you defeated it with your badass sword? I did. This weapon really saved my skin. So they can cuss, I just can't say fuck, I guess? Well, he can apparently, it just gets censored. Deal with the final blow. I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me towards victory. Or maybe I just imagined that. Maybe. Maybe that doesn't matter, as long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial. It deserved an honorable send-off. I almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. The deed doesn't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve her dream. I saw a wyvern chimera, in the flesh. I fought it even, and then I killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? I think it means her sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that was a dream of hers too. Possibly, but she would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't here, so I thought maybe it was time I put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes with her with the chimera. Maybe it could pass them on. May Tot listen to your pleas. May he find that much mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean, he does reside over the spirit realm, and only the dead can go up there. So he must have died to have gotten there too. Or he's always existed there, was made to watch over the dead. He's a god after all. There's no clear consensus of what the great spirit dragon really is. A dead dragon, a god who can always control death from his very inception. It's just guaranteed. A reflection of what we believe death might be. Death itself, he could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind. I hope so too. Then I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow his example. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Len? Like, she is really nice. She's just, like, really to herself. Well, not even to herself. She's kind of dealing with some problems, I think. Of course she is, silly. I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her? What? If she brought the saliva to Kyle the vampire. I'm sure his joy about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Also, yeah, he went with them. How is he in the sun? Or maybe he's not. He, like, has a hat or something, or his cape is over him, but... Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyways. You're leaving? No, just... need to move around. Any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the west gate. Being fireproof, he should have no issues out there. I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him thinking about it. Care to share? I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a greatsword? That's it? Sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got the time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. That's okay, I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics, and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay, kiddo, let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Are you coming too, Mal? I hope she's just okay with it. Calls him Mal, too. No, I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon. I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wit, stealthiness, and giant swords. Ha! I know you will. But first I gotta practice. See you later. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Naivety? Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. You must like this drink, huh? Oh, this is our new one. Sailor Scourge. It looks so cool. How is it different from Southern Brawl? It has swiftness to it. This one will need infusions. Okay. What? I don't know what that. Some sweet optimism from my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. He's actually being nice. So, Malachi. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. He's not, like, mean. He's just pessimistic, I guess. Fable's back! Yay! Hi, Innkeep. Hi, Fable. I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you. No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading group therapy sessions with the local wildlife. Fable is the best character. She is so sweet. And of course I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, so if they needed any help with damage after all of that. Did Uncle Dragon make it? Yes, the werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Dragon was making emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's a stress cooker. It's very nice of you to check in with everyone. I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that's what they're there for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something? Go ahead. Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out for now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry. I've got an idea. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought the world was going to end. Yes, I recall. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of a night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure that you can replace the stars, or if you should approach the lost that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right, but it still would be much nicer if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy when everyone's okay. What did I say? I'm just happy everyone is okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking my terrace to PCs outside. I did, outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace. Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? Great. It was nice to see that she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with such enthusiasm, and to catch up a bit, that too. She tried to rope me into their greatsword training. Did you accept? I'm not really a sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet. Deep. And I was just relieved to see Carolyn doing alright. And she was relieved about Mr. Dragon. And about you, I'm sure. Maybe. To celebrate our well-being, despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. Can I try out that new one I requested? 1,000 Winds, was it? In case I run into more people and need of help on the way back. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. It's 3 and 2 and 1, so I'll need a infused for this one. Could be. Let's go with this. What was that? These two and that one. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get food. This is the drink, right? Oh no, it's only 2. It's not 3. A breezy drink inspired by you and your kindness. Thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. He makes the best drinks, right? They're okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said, thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf. And a ranger. And I come here a lot. They're also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it. Being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. and I want to help people. Why? Why not? I'm Malachite. Oh, you're Mal. I mean Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool and her new friend. She sounded very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along? Not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest, with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that thing in Zoford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I've heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone is bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zoford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zoford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in eastern Frizoa, and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No, not mine, but... Melina's seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needed to practice her skills outside of risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest? I thought Melly just turned 10. Isn't that a bit young for quests? No, I was a similar age when I ventured on my first quest. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young, so they can accept its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say. Just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. She does not like that. It's already bad enough that us grown-ups have to deal with it so much. Why should they just accept it if we can make the world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with, and I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred not to be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? You get enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris, they're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world do not stop chasing me, nor anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried. About Malachite or Melly? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you'll have to worry about it that much. Zoford is a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. There's little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Bad Yelp reviews? I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Asteria. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. I've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything? Is it? Yes, but I'm working on not letting my fear stop me. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when scared. Rather than not at all, maybe. That is still a terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing. That sounds lovely. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe you should invite them over sometime. Perhaps, though one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. Fable? Oh my god, I love her so much. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry. Go home. Fix the many things that worry you. As long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. Alright, we'll do one more day. Alright, Act 2, Chapter 8, New Horizons, 4th of the afternoon. Who is this? Good mythical morning! What a throwback. Good mythical morning is Pete. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. Time's not only relative, but also flexible. Like a gummy worm. One time I've actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through the primordial vortex. And, did it work? No. But almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But, no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Dio, practically it is. Dio, practically? Practically in theory, duh. Ah, that makes sense, I get it. You do? Of course I do. Interesting. And suspicious. Are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enchanted mixology. That indeed is a niche. Stay, Innkeeper. Did something you make ever explode? Occasionally. Heck yeah, welcome to the club. I think I blow something up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you, too. Just Innkeeper for now. Alright, well then, Innkeeper, how about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something that'll make me focus more and perhaps help me to better understand the primordial vortex? Gotcha. Whee! Let's not even go again, it's fine. Oh, I accidentally poured too much purple.
Whoopsies.
This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing, I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater too. Never mind, the explanation would be too complex to grasp, So, what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Getting away from the other smartest person in Asteria? And who would that be? Does that matter? You tell me. My sister. She's studying, and driving me crazy with all her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos, but there has to be a bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Who is this fine gentleman? Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I suppose you may have called me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Somewhat. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to still be conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, and then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it's been thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. Fuck, that's brutally long. I love Scully. So, how did you come back to life? I'm not too sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd risen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And alas, didn't care. Those who'd risen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course. Undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, I decided not to bother with that and go my own way. Going south, I passed through Zoford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more nautical in style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood. I want to go to this tavern. I love fish. Though I got to listen to a lot of the town's gossip. Care to fill me in on that Zoford gossip? Well, apparently a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zoford had been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon all night. And during the day they disappear like ghosts. Bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper say, do you have a drink for this undead fella? A drink and a mop? Just a drink, I won't be needing a mop. If you say so, what would you like? Something that'll loosen up this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Coming right up. What does bro want? I mean, I could do either of these, I guess. Could even just do Spoken Heart. Let's do that one. I feel like he would appreciate this, considering he doesn't have a heart. A real charmer, just for you. Jolly. I feel like I can conquer worlds with my words alone. Oh? Not that I would ever do that. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave me a lot of time for dreams and hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now. That type hardly counts. Agreed. It's only natural. Oh! I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did. Yes, if I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, I gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, no you didn't. Thanks, bye. Energetic, young fella. Indeed. If you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. Abel's back. Hey, Innkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Gilded Sea never struck me as someone to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. I love Scully. He's goated. He kind of reminds me of Papyrus. Just a little bit. But also, like, kind of Sans at the same time. He's got that Sans eye. He's Papyrus and Sans mixed. That's why I love him so much. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I just thought, usually... None taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Theopractically, they don't. Theopractically? Practically, in theory. Exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like his drinks? Surely an experience. I can feel it gurgling in my bones. Sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drink, innkeeper? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that would enhance my finesse would be nice. You know, you would have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll give up immediately. Of course, coming right up. She just want her usual. Give her a fake crystal, maybe. I don't know if that even does anything, but we'll do that one out. Oh, I can still make Swift Strike doing that because it evens it out. That's interesting. I hope this tastes refined enough. This is perfect. You know just what I need, innkeeper. Of course I do. After all, you're my favorite regular. I am? Yeah. And you're my favorite innkeeper. Thank you, Fable. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do, but I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure, I could use some help carrying a few things over to Triggerin. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid. Sounds like a quite useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. And Keith, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. So you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful. In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic and potion mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Of course. Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thank you for the recipe. Innkeeper, thanks for being such a patient and pleasant host. I should be on my way then, with Fable. But I'll be back. Should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next? Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. You're still the highlight of my day, no matter how dark the night. See you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. I love them. They're the best 2 characters. Huh? Oh my god. He's so dapper. That I was able to witness such rarity in my lifetime. Immaculate. You would even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust being my least favorite of them. Ruins lots of hard work. Does it now? Yep, makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Rhea, nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear innkeeper, how has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Ah, like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in? What did I say? He was distinguished. Distinguished, yeah. Gentlemen don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What makes you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with a tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Inkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Can I read it, like, right now? It's not on me. When can I read it? Scully. He's good. Half off, okay. Innkeep, you got a drink for me? Something that'll make me tougher? So I can get through today's babbling? Of course. She just likes the frosted lagoon every time. Thank you, Andy. Now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Well, thank you. I gave it my best. Can taste that. I feel sturdier already. I've had my dad spat Yankee, but I must say, you know your job. So how has the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid. It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It's brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. Ray and I took a day trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it full of daily light. There are so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid, it almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape? The cape of invincibility, it absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Peruvia now? Huh? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal? I helped you get your cape, so you can attend that fancy Peruvian vampire banquet, and I get my gold's worth? Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? Oh my god. No? What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany a while longer though? Oh, fine. Oh, wonderful. Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back, and I can walk under the sun like mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin? That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Oh, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation? Reconciliation? Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you've stolen her, your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if my ex-husband stole me hammer? What? Take it and smash it. Smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine. But that cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh, maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask. Oh, my undead Evelyn. There's never been a wish of hers I turned down. and I wouldn't to this day. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all. Maybe one day she'll reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even more, looking toward the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a grasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now. Oh, would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear and keep, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Poor dude. That's the speedrun strat for this game. The trinkets. Oh, damn. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. It does. Thank you, dear innkeeper. Why don't you tell the innkeeper about your day, hmm? Right, I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital? Busy streets, bustling with people? Roots. Roots? Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city, almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, gotta agree. Almost made me believe that myths are true. Myths? Myths, I've told you. Rumor has it, these are the roots of the Aether Tree, breaking through the surface and taking hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, a very good defensive plan indeed. What is wood going to do to protect a city? A city is protected with sound. Oh. I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh. Oh? We've also met the lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined, a detective spirit. Believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be onto something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to the town and check out the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes from the old times. Very well then, but you won't munch on the shopkeep, will you? Of course not. I'm well satisfied. No. Satiated from the innkeeper's creation. Alright then, let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Who is this? She's got hella tattoos. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minthy in the flesh. Hello, darling innkeeper. It's good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting that 15-year mark, right? Oh, it'll be 25 years soon, actually. Ah, you know I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I'm well aware. Good that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you, I couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Aww. Or Bloodhounds, maybe? Do cute service bees still get a discount here? Always. So, what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more... moist? Ha! Not the word I would have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour, but no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see that your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was already quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before, though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beast. She reminds me of, Sophia from Very Valley Expanded, except she has pink hair. If she had pink hair, it'd be even more like... and a pink dress. You told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events have made it worse. Oh well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda stairs is a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite the impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing the job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the development of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. No, really? Mm-hmm. Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the lonesome lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting, then. Thank you. Though, while the pearls might be the main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something and keep... A good drink? No. My manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Ah, of course! I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see? Since it's been so long, I definitely got done with that. Yeah, definitely did that. Lovely! I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey. I'll do my best. Yeah. We definitely forgot it. This one needs something, right? 3, 2, and 1. This one would probably work fine. This one would probably work too. We'll just use a fake crystal. Might as well add that to even it out. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. Oh, I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down real quick. Take your time. So, while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century whilst my library came to be. Certainly. It should be just below this pile. No, wait. I must have put it over there, actually. Alright. Given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to get to. So how about this? I'll return in about 7 days, and then I can tell you all about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript. My proofread manuscript. That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, Innkeeper. Likewise, Minty. Mint? Minty. Have a safe and pearlful journey. Or it could be minty, I guess. Hi, I'll try. 7 days should be enough to read your manuscript, right? Okay. Banshee, Stranger. Capital is wrapped in roots. Aether Tree. Murray Morgan. A lot of people in Zoford. That doesn't go with anything yet. These two definitely go together. I'm gonna go with these three. Nice, okay. Scandal in Zoford. The lively port city of Zoford is known not only for its docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something mysterious going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could the disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who cursed Zoford's docks? Oh. Alrighty, that will be it for today's stream. Really, like I've said every time, I really love playing this game. It will not be long before I stream this game again. But, like I said, that will be all for today's stream. Thank you all very much for watching, and make sure to follow for more. I'll see you all in the next one.